So, hello students, welcome back to revision time. I hope you all are fit and fine. So, as we were studying the chapter control and coordination, we have already seen the control and coordination in the animals, in which we have discussed the hormonal system and the nervous system. And the links you can find it in the description box or in the iCard. So, today let us see how the control and coordination it takes place in the plants. So, let us start. So the plants they use the chemical mode of communication and control. So they do not have nerves, they do not have nervous system as in the animals. So they use the hormonal control. So plant hormones they are known as the phytohormones and they are responsible for the plant movements. We have two movements in the plant. First is the tropic movements and nastic movements. So in the tropic movements, the growth is involved and there occurs cell division also, and they are the movements in response to the stimulus. Stimulus, it is something which initiates the process, right? Whereas the nastic movements, there is no growth involved, there is no cell division, right? It is fast also because there is no cell division and it is controlled by the Turgel changes. So what are the Turgel changes? These are the changes in the water content of the plant, right? Tropic movements they are slow because there is cell division there, right? And they are also the directional movements. Nastic movements, we have the famous example of touch me not plant. I am expecting that you all know about the touch me not plant. So whenever we touch that plant, the leaves they drool or they fold in, right? And this drooping, it is because of the change in the water balance, and this is nothing but the Turgel changes, right? So in the directional movements, that is in the tropic movements, we have geotropism or geotropic movements, phototropic, hydrotropic and thigmotropic. So let us study in detail about these. First of all, we have is the geotropism or the geotropic movement. So geo, it is related to earth, right? So geotropism, it is the movement which is involving the growth of plant in response to gravity. So here our stimulus is the gravity. So if the movement it is in the direction of the gravity, that means it is showing the positive geotropism, or if it is against the gravity, then it is the negative geotropism. So we can have the experiment here, or you can consider it as an example also. So in the plants, the roots they show positive geotropism. As we can see here, the roots they grow downwards in response to the gravity, in the direction to the gravity, while the leaves they are growing upwards. Here also, if the pot is the in the tilted form also, then also the roots they are growing in the direction of the gravity. So roots are showing positive and stem is showing the negative geotropism. Next is the hydrotropism. Obviously it is the movement in response to the water. So we can see that the root they grow towards the nearest source of the water. So hence they show the positive hydrotropism. For example, we have the plant here and we have these roots here. So if the water is present here, the roots will grow towards this side, and if it is present here, the roots will go towards this side. So it is showing the positive hydrotropism. Next we have is the thigmotropism. It is the movement in response to the touch. So we have generally seen that in the climbers, the tendrils of the climbers they grow around a support, right? So they are showing the movement in response to the touch. Last we have is the phototropism. It is a type of movement which is involving the growth of plants in response to the light. So if it is moving plants they are moving towards light, then they are known as positive phototropism, and away from light they will be showing the negative phototropism, right? So for example, a plant it is placed in a box, and this box there is dark inside, and we have a little hole like this here. So the sunlight can go into the box through this hole only, right? So what happens, some amount of sunlight when it enters the box, the plant stem will bend towards the sunlight and it will show the positive geotropism, sorry, positive phototropism here, right? Next we have phytohormones. So why are the plants they are bending, or right, why are they showing these movements? some type of hormones or chemicals, they are working in the plant parts. So when the plant it bends like this, that means there is hormone here working which is promoting the cell division here, and the plant is bending like this, right? So phytohormones, first we have auxins. So auxins, they are present at the tip of the shoot. For example, we have this plant here, right? This plant here. So it is present over here. This is the tip of the shoot. So it is helping in the elongation of the plant. That is, it is providing the height to the plant. So it also creates the apical dominance. What is it? So as long as the apex is there, that means this apex is there, auxins they are present, they are working there, the lateral branches, they will not grow. First of all, the plant will grow on the height only, right? So the girth of plant, it will not increase due to the presence of apical dominance. Next we have cytokinins. They are preventing the aging of the plant and they are promoting the plant growth by doing the cell divisions. It also inhibits the seed dormancy. What is dormancy? That is the inactive or quiescent stage of the seeds. So sometimes the seeds, they are not viable, they are not working, they are in the dormant state. So it inhibits, it stimulates the seeds to germinate. Next we have gibberellins, or some may pronounce as gibberellins. So it is responsible for the elongation of the internodes. That is, it helps in the growth of the stem. So what is a node? So this is the shoot going and these are the branches going here, right? So these areas, they are known as the nodes. They are the points from where the branches they emerge, right? So they also help in the seed germination. Next we have is ethylene and abscisic acid. Ethylene, it is the only hormone which is in the gaseous state. It is promoting the aging. So these two, abscisic acid and ethylene, they are somewhat like anti hormones, right? Not exactly they are anti, but we can consider it as, because the functions, they are antagonists to the previous three hormones, right? So they promote the fruit ripening. Abscisic acid, it is the stress hormone of the plants. It inhibits the growth of the plant and it also prevents the seed germination. And it is also responsible for wilting or falling of the mature leaves, and it promotes the seed dormancy, right? So this was all about the coordination in plants. I hope you liked the video. If you did, do like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you.